Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. June went by so fast and I'll be really missing the Ghibli theme that I pour my heart into making. But a new month is coming, and in today's video, we will be setting up my bullet journal for July 2024. The theme for this month is going to be a really cute theme, and I just can't wait for you all to see it. And now, without further ado, let's start planning. So the theme that I decided to go for this month is an otter and beach theme, which was inspired by Notebook Therapy's Tsuki Otter Friends collection. The collection features some very cute otters hanging around at the beach, and come to think of it, I haven't really done a beach theme before, and the month of July is very fitting for the theme because summer is near. So yeah, that's the inspiration behind the theme for this month. And for the cover page, I just drew an otter like holding a seashell with a very thick brown fineliner. And as for the coloring, I opted to use color pencils instead of brush pens because recently I'm very into using color pencils. And then I decided to make the otter to look like it's floating on water, so I use a very light blue brush pen as the background, and then I use a color pencil to draw like these blobs of water. It would be much easier for me to use a brush pen for this because it was quite time consuming to color the blobs of water with color pencils, but I couldn't find the exact shade of the brush pen that I want to use, so I use a color pencil instead. And I'm honestly really loving how it's looking. And to make the water to look a bit more realistic, I use my Posca white paint marker for like the water reflections, and then after that, I just drew some seashells around the water puddle and wrote the word July with a yellowish orange color brush pen. And lastly, to complete the spread, I used this wavy washi tape from Notebook Therapy's Tsuki Otter Friends washi tape set as decorations. And now we are going to be setting up my monthly log, which is like an overview of the entire month. And it's basically the same as the previous monthly setups. I have a calendar and some seashells as headers for the days of the week, and below the calendar, there is going to be a notes section. And beside the notes section, I decided to draw an otter to fill in the empty spaces. The otter drawn was like lying on its belly, enjoying the warm sand of the beach. And there's also a few seashells lying around the beach too. I was honestly not really liking the illustration when I color in the sand. It looks a bit weird with the white spaces below the notes section, but then I'm like, just keep going and trust the process. And eventually, I decided to color the white spaces and try to add some shadow beneath the otter and the seashells. And oh yeah, I also added some sparkles in the sand and basically just all over the page, and the illustration looks so much better with these extra details. Alright, now flipping over to the next two pages are going to be my trackers. The left page is going to be my mood tracker, and the right page is going to be my habit tracker. So for this month's mood tracker, I decided to try a new layout, which is this one. I'm not really sure how to name it, but it was inspired by Ivana Journals that I follow from Instagram. It felt really nice to be trying out a new mood tracker layout, and I absolutely love the huge amount of empty spaces in the middle for me to draw my little otter floating on the water. The illustration is the same as the one on the cover page, and at the bottom of the mood tracker, I have like these 4 seashells in different colors for each of the mood. And for this month's habit tracker, I'm using the individual habit trackers, and I have 6 of them for this month, where I'll be tracking habits like taking vitamins, working out, doing my skincare routine, flossing, hydrating, and watering the plants. And below the habit trackers, I drew the same illustration of the otter from the monthly log, the one where it was lying on its belly on the warm sand. And the time for me to draw the illustration this month took me a much more longer time than usual because I was using color pencils instead of brush pens. But even though it was quite time consuming, I really enjoy coloring with color pencils again, as it brings back those memories of me as a kid coloring with color pencils. Okay, and now the page that I'm setting up right here is my trusty budget tracker that helps me to keep track of both my income and expenses for the month. So as usual, I drew a table with 4 columns where each column represents the date, the details, the plus sign is for income, and the minus sign is for expenses. Nothing much about this page, and I just decorated the bottom of the page as if it's the beach filled with lots of pretty seashells. So that's it for my budget tracker, and now let's move on to my brain dump page. There's nothing much going on for this brain dump page, as I left a lot of empty spaces for me to dump things from my brain. And as for the decorations, I just drew the illustration of the otter floating on the water again at the bottom right corner of the page. So yeah, that's my budget tracker and brain dump page for the month of July. And now let's set up my first weekly spread of the month. This is the last spread that I'll be showing you all in today's video, and we are starting off by drawing 7 boxes for all the 7 days of the week, Monday to Sunday. And then I drew the seashells at the bottom right corner of each of the boxes for me to write down the date. So yeah, in those boxes is where I'll be writing down my daily tasks or events. And then, since the spread looked kind of empty without some illustrations, I colored in the sand at the bottom of the pages to make it look like a scene from the beach. And at the top left corner of the pages, I just drew an illustration of the otter, and I'm just completing the spread by making a section for my weekly events. And I guess that's it for my weekly spread for the first week of July. So now, here's the final flip through of my bullet journal setup for July 2024. I had so much fun creating this otter theme, and if you would like to win the washi tape set in this giveaway, please remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment with your Instagram handle. Good luck to everyone in the giveaway, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you all will have a lovely July, and see you all in the next video.